Hello everybody, welcome to the interesting show.
Hi guys, I'm Janet.
I'm Irene.
Why are we speaking in English now?
Because we are in our ending of our season 1. 今天非常的特别呢，就是大家如果在关注我们的话，会发现我们的场景变换了，对不对？其实我们的第一季呢已经结束，我们那时候没有做一个 ending， 但没关系，我们现在来做一个 ending。我们现在呢在迎接我们的第二季鹰嘴豆之前呢，我们有一些小单元，我们称它为 interesting 季后单元。那这个单元呢，我们就会跟大家用比较轻松的方式来分享我们的生活啦。我们也不知道，这应该只会做3集而已，
有可能
这个节目。
但如果这个之后变成
主
流的话，如果大家爱上这个系列的话，
如果这流量比较高的话，那代表我们前面的努力都在。这个季后单元呢，我们就会用英文的方式来跟大家分享我们的生活，因为它毕竟没有英文文章嘛。我们有一些我们自己最近发生的小故事来跟大家分享。那我们现在就切换成英文模式了。
好的。Well, I don't know. I think when I'm speaking in English, though, I would change a personality. I don't know if you have that kind of situation or not.
Probably would be a little different, like from when you are speaking in your mother language. I think because when you speak in your first language, you already have a own personality. For me, I will wear some mask, like a burden or something.
I think that is true, though.
Yeah, so whatever. Today we're gonna talk about my story. If you saw the title of this episode, you already know what we're gonna share. So this is my experience recently that I have learned a new skill.
What kind of new skills?
Yeah, it's like I play bass.
Oh, well,
actually, I already wanted to learn this instrument for a long time. And before that, I used to play guitar. So I was just always thinking that bass is a cool instrument. For so many people, they would think bass is like the most ignored person in the band. I don't know if you have this feeling.
Yeah, once. I told Irene before because I also want to learn bass as well. I bought like a second-hand bass.
Yeah.
So it's like it hasn't been played for a long time. But the original owner, he trying to tidy it up, to organize it again, to make it, looks better. But after that, he told me that I probably still need to bring it to the instrument shop to let the professional person to adjust.
Like restore or...
Yeah, to restore it, yeah, or to adjust a bit. And the person in the instrument shop questioning me why are you learning bass? He was using this kind of attitude.
Why?
And I said, well, I think when you tap or slap the bass, that funky feeling is quite cool though. And he was just like,
what?
But it's like, I think his attitude is like what you said though. He said that most of the time bassist is the most ignorant person in a band.
I don't know. I just feels like if you are in this industry, you would just
appreciate.
Yeah,
appreciate this kind.
Yeah. Like if more people wanted to learn or wanted to know this instrument is a good thing. But I just kind of love that because when I grew up, I found out that I actually probably like bass sounds more than other instruments because I like low frequency. Yeah, it's kind of cool thing I found out recently. So yeah, I learned this skill and I have an opportunity recently. Actually, it's like a couple years. No, not a couple years. It's like a couple days before I have a show and then I play bass.
Oh.
Yeah.
So is that the first time you really actually play bass after you started learning bass?
Yeah, for sure. For a live performance. Yeah. So actually, how this started is when I wanted to learn bass. Actually, I haven't bought one yet. The bass that I have right now is I borrowed from my friend. Shout out to William. Thank you. And at first, I just wanted to borrow it and just practice myself. Or when I'm writing song, I can play bass by myself. And one day, one of my friend Ivana, she told me that she really wanted to have a concert of her own, and she is a singer-songwriter. So basically, she's the lead vocal, so she wanted to form a band. So she asked if I can play bass. Because I told her before that I am recently playing bass. So she's asking if I can play bass on her concert. And she also find some one guitarist and one drummer.
Also, the lead vocal can play the guitar. So
No. She
just
only sing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we only have. Oh, but she do like the program. In some like performance, they will do a background program for that. Probably some harmony or some other instruments, keyboard or guitar, second guitar or something. Yeah, she do that. And then when she told me, I was like so excited, but in the same time, I'm so nervous because I know that I'm just a totally beginner. When she told me, I was like, okay, I can do that. But actually in my mind, it was like, oh my God, I'm not sure if I can do that. But yeah, so she sent me the demo of her song. Basically, the performance is like she sing all her original song. So she sent me the demo and I can practice that. I remember the first time we rehearsal, I was quite nervous because I was like, oh my God, I don't know, I'm not sure. I haven't like used bass as my instrument to do a show with the band. The drummer is quite good. Like he actually is a teacher and he teach drums. So I was pretty nervous because like in the band, mostly bass will collab with drum the most.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so probably I think if I play so bad, drummer would know that because our rhythm should be the same.
Yeah.
Or the grooving should be the same. But I think that is fine. Like he doesn't say anything about you're too bad or something.
But do you think you were really that bad at that time?
Probably not that bad, but I think I play safe.
Oh, you play safely.
Yeah. Because like usually you can do a lot of like you mentioned it earlier, you can do a lot of slap or something, but I can't do that. I'm basically not know how to do that.
But the song that she prepared for you, does that really need that kind of skills for bass?
No, like you can add it, but if you don't do that, it'll still be fine. Her style is like pop punk. It's not a funk song, so if you do a funk song, you need to.
So you basically just need to play the note right.
Yeah, or you can add something like extensions.
Like freestyle.
Yeah, but I'm too nervous in the first day, so I don't do that. I just basically play the root note. Yeah. So it's just so simple, and I just feels like, oh my God, I look like a beginner. Although I'm not making a big mistake or something, but yeah, I still feels that.
But they didn't know about that is your first time play bass.
I don't know if everybody would know that, but singer know that. And after that, I think I just spend a lot of time practice that. Because we have a lot of rehearsal times. Probably 8 times. I don't know.
Is that a lot? Because I don't know about the frequency.
I think it's quite a lot. I heard that some band they only have 2 or 3 times rehearsal times. If they are really good or they are professional or something. Oh. Yeah. So whatever, we just practice that until the day do the performance. It was in August 31st.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the day I was quite nervous because I know that one of my bass idol will come. Yeah, he's quite famous and he's really good at bass.
Was he also performing on that day?
No. He just like
as an audience.
As audience. So I was quite nervous and I was like, oh my God. And that day we are like setting on the stage. Oh no. After the setting, I saw he came. Like we actually that day we have 3 groups of band performing that day. We are the second band. So at the first band, I saw he was there and watching the first band, and I was like quite nervous. I was like, oh my God. Because like, usually I'm not that nervous because I was thinking about people won't notice bass. That much. Like if you're not like a musician or if you're not a bassist, you won't
tell.
You won't pay that much attention on bass.
And bass is I actually trying to listen to bass in like the real actual performance.
Yeah.
You really can listen.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, if you really listen carefully, you can. But if you just like listen for the whole things,
Okay.
you just listen for the whole pieces, like the music from the band. You basically would notice better from the drum. Because that is very strong beat and more standing out sound than just like string instruments, though. But bass is like you really need to listen carefully.
And the show is also for the lead vocal. She is like a main character.
What does that mean? Why is she the main character?
Because that is her song. Actually, this concert is her concert. Like we are just like technique. Actually, the name is like Ivana's concert with other people, and we are like her musician group, but we actually just like instrumental people.
Okay.
Yeah. We're not actually a
you
really
are
band.
Her background.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, you can say that. Whatever. Before I went onto the stage, I go and order a drink, like an alcohol drink, and I was thinking like it's okay because I'm not gonna sing. Oh, and I really found that is really helpful. If you drink something, it will really release a lot of tense of your body and your stress or something. So I feel so good. When the light is like, the spotlight is on the stage, you can barely look clear off stage because they are in the dark.
Very dark.
Yeah, very dark. Probably we practice a lot and it gives me some confidence and not that nervous.
Lose the intention, right?
Yeah, so I was just kind of trying to enjoy the music itself. After that, I think it's quite good and I'm not really paid really a lot of attention on being nervous. When I actually in the beginning to start to performance, usually I play guitar and sing. I was really nervous, and in the whole set I was just thinking about, don't miss any chords or don't miss the lyrics or something. So basically, when I was performance, I was usually pretty nervous. But in that moment, I just found out that I'm actually enjoying the music, so I think it's quite good.
So is that the first time that you really try to drink a bit alcohol before you perform?
Oh, probably because like usually I need to sing. So if I'm gonna sing,
that would a bit damage the voice, though.
I'm not that sure to drink. So, but probably I can. I don't know.
You can try though.
Yeah. So after show that I have opportunity to talk to my idol. He was like, oh, I think it's quite good. Like your vocal harmony is good. Because I do the vocal harmony too. But he didn't give me any suggestion on my bass.
Oh, really?
I think, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, but I still
But did you have any solo moment?
No. I'm not that good low. Yeah. I think if you want to play solo, you need to have some cool riff. But I'm not able to play that. I'm just playing some basic rhythm or something. Yeah. I think in that whole experience, when I trying to learn bass till I can perform, actually it's like shorter than I think.
Shorter than you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I actually started to learn it probably just half year. I also found out that when I was learning, I don't know if you have this feeling, when you start to learn a new skill or new like knowledge or something, in the beginning you will improve very fast.
I think the reason like you can really learn very fast, I think is because the first thing is like your passion on this kind of thing is like quite a lot. So you really give yourself a lot of interest to dig more and then to learn more about the new field of these things that you are interested in. You will devote yourself with more time and more energy. No matter how tired is it though, you just totally put yourself into the field and then you just entirely learning the new things. So I think.
Yeah, I agree with that. Is in the beginning you have more patience. So I think the longer you started to learn a new thing, the challenge will be like how to stay your passion.
Yeah, just like no matter what, I'm going to overcome this obstacle though because I want to do it. I think that kind of
so our energy is like need to stay high or something.
Like the peak.
Yeah,
in the beginning, the peak.
You usually go down. Whatever. And I also found out the rule is like when you started to learn a new skill, like the first 20 hours is like a golden hours.
First 20 hours? Then that is only One day.
No. You're gonna. I mean, separately. Like if I spend 1 hour today, probably I practice every day is like 20 days.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It's not like you won't improve after 20 hours, but it's like you will improve the most in this golden 20 hours. Like because you know nothing on this area. So at first you would know, I think it's like the concept. So basically when we learn a new skill, like for example, like instruments, you would need to know it's like how to take it, the gesture, or how you play it. So the first 20 hours, you're gonna from zero, like you know nothing about this instrument, till you probably guitar, you can strum the string, and you can play some chords. You probably can sing. Like 20 days, some people will learn it. But after that, you need to like, oh, I need to know more chords. But that course is like probably just slightly different from you just learn. Or you need to like improve some details. It's not quite improve that a lot after 20 hours because you are started to focus on some details. Yeah, it doesn't mean that you don't improve, and it's still like important, but in the first 20 hours just give you like the more room because you know nothing. You know nothing to you know something, and that something is like different from you to the person is outside of this area. Yeah, so yeah, this is like basically the rule says. So I think in this period of time, people usually feel more achievement in this period of time. But after this, I think it's like you started to face your first challenge. You will feel like, oh, I spent the same time, but I didn't improve that much. I think it's like very important to make sure you still have the same passion and still have the same motivation to learn on these skills. And probably on this period of time, like after 20 hours, like after the happiest moment. So if I still wanted to like practice my bass and go into the next level, I need to overcome it, or I need to make a plan or something. So what about your bass? Is it too
my bass?
Harsh?
Well,
Yes, do you still play that?
Well, I'm still like a super beginner, you know.
Okay.
The first time I got my bass, it was so silly though, because I think I'm still like quite clumsy in this new instrument. So I gave my bass a name.
Yeah,
it's
what is name?
Beth.
Beth.
So it's a bit clumsy.
Like Beth? Taking a bath?
No. B-E-T-H. Like a real girl's name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I assume my Beth
is a girl.
Beth. Because I have no background knowledge about any, string instruments. So I basically practicing finger strings.
Oh, okay.
And do some cover song from my favorite band, and like those songs are basically has like more reasonable pace that I can follow up. Yeah. Well, I really want to keep working on that more though. Yeah, but
you should.
Yeah, I know I should though. Maybe one day I will have that 20.
Yeah, I hope.
That peak 20 hours back.
Okay, so this is my story about my first show on bass.
So if you have anything you want to share to our channel, or you want to leave the comment under this show, like maybe you can tell us like what kind of new skills that you are learning recently. That would be very precious experience.
Yeah, you can like just leave a comment down below, or you can go to our Instagram, YNSOTV. See you guys next time.